Hi Taurus, welcome to Lily Light Tarot. We're going to go ahead and expand on your intuitive July 1st through 17th energy reading. So let's go ahead and open up and we'll get some clarifiers. But we are looking at the Knight of Wands coming in with the Eight of Swords. Ooh, and we also have the Eight of Wands. Okay, we see double eights looking at advancements in some type. And then we see the beautiful Three of Cups. So let's get some clarifiers here. But this general energy is showing that the first couple of weeks here in July, something's going to be sparked by motivation or inspiration. Something is being put into action here for you, Taurus. Now, with the Eight of Swords, we'll have to expand on this because somewhere you are feeling like you're stuck or there isn't any movement, not in the way that you are expecting or in the way that you prefer. So we could see that there is a solution that you're just not seeing right now, or you're not getting the full picture. Now, with the Eight of Wands, this is a great energy signifying there is going to be movement or something coming in for you. So if you are sitting on something right now, Taurus, or if you're waiting for the right opportunity or for something to kind of like land in your favor or to come into your path, we'll expand on this movement that's coming in along with your Three of Cups because there is like some type of celebration. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Now with the, I like this, the Ten of Wands. Okay, we see Knight or King of Wands and Two of Swords. All right, let's break this down here. This creativity looks like in the first couple of weeks in July, Taurus, there's this motivation for you to get through some type of blockage. You are possibly putting like matters into your own hands. If you are seeing that there is some type of barrier, you are going to be taking the initiative to remove those barriers yourself. It's like, why let these wands stop your path when you are capable of removing it? Okay, removing the thorn on the side of, the side of your body, or the thorn in your road. You are more than capable of taking this situation into your own hands, as this is represented by the Knight of Wands. So we see taking charge, definitely inspired to leap in this new path. And you're going to be dedicated. So whatever challenge that you may be faced or coming across, although it may seem tedious and it is hard work, it's requiring a lot of your strength here, Taurus. It looks like you're going to be excited for this new taking. You're like very determined. So let's get some clarifiers here because I want to keep the focus. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Let's see, what else is this for my wonderful Taurus? Okay, we see Judgment. So yeah, the Ten of Wands is just confirming. Oh wow, okay, we see double major arcana cards. The Judgment, this is definitely working for your better path here, Taurus. So this work is basically going to work in your advancements. It's like you are getting out of the dark, again, moving past those barriers and rising above, getting through the challenge. So there's definitely you advancing, moving on. Now with the Temperance, it is also an indication that this is a worthy quest. So it is going to be worth fighting for, and you may find this purpose. You may find that there is this purpose in this path that you are taking on, and possibly why I'm sensing like excitement, even though again you feel like this may be hard or it's a little bit more requiring more efforts than you had expected. Again, you have the strength here, Taurus, to work through those efforts. You have the courage, and you are going to be getting through that storm. You are getting through that barrier. Now as we move on here with the Eight of Swords with the King of Wands, this, there's this blockage for some of you where you may feel like you're not capable of, or you're not able to complete this type of journey. It's because you've gotten so far here, Taurus. It's like you've already made your way through this, through this path. What is holding you back? Now, the supporting energy here with the King of Wands, it could be this new position or you stepping up into this new role, this leadership role, or even just your role as an entrepreneur or this creative project, because this king is very excited and passionate about this wand that he possesses, right? And he knows the way. He is showing you the way here, Taurus. So in the first couple of weeks of July, even though you are sensing some type of resistance based off of your own fear, you may feel like you're trapped in place, or you may feel like someone has tried to, again, create that barrier for you, right? The situation has created a barrier, some blockage that you may find hard to get out of, or you're not quite seeing how to escape the situation. It looks like the cards are encouraging you to be creative with your approach and also taking something head on. I mean, the king is very determined. He does not care what tries to stop him in his tracks, or who tries to, I don't want to say dethrone him, but whoever comes to challenge him, he's up for it. He believes in what he stands for. He believes in his brand, his reputation, his title. So definitely stand true to this vision. Even though you do not see all of the details here, Taurus, the cards are encouraging you to definitely own it. Okay, own this project, own your belief. If you feel that you can advance in some way, just because you may not feel it now doesn't mean you're not meant to be in it later. So fear and stress and anxiety is natural. It's part of the unknown, but the cards are very, it's just confirming that you have to okay, look at that, the Emperor, double dominant energy. You have to stand strong and stay true to who you are and what you are trying to display, especially when we talk about you being elevated into a higher role, a promotion, or just a new position, possibly even like dating, if you're trying to secure a solid relationship creatively, or when we also look at love, you have to speak your truth. You have to stand tall and strong and with confidence. Okay, so this is what these cards are basically encouraging you to do, is to stand strong. And we see that Four of Pentacles. Okay, things will come into motion. You may be attracting more opportunities and more goals coming in. But again, this is just telling you, you have to put things in motion. These pentacles are here, but if you're not there to drive the vehicle, if you're not there to put that driving force, what is the point of generating the income? What is the point of generating this machine if there is no motivation or no energy to support it? So you may be that machine. You can create more money. You can create that life that you want. But if you are feeling stuck, okay, like these swords, you are placing that restriction on yourself. So have the confidence to know, have that knowing that you are capable of doing this in the next couple of weeks here. And it looks like, Taurus, everything else will follow. That creative flow will bring you to whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, that financial success, that career, the opportunities with your business or this project. You have to believe that you can get there. So just because you had a setback, or again, this barrier, something was blocked, doesn't mean that there isn't another route, or you can just remove that blockage that maybe someone put there in the past. Now, there's a lot of wand energy here for you, Taurus, and I'm really, really liking this. So some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries sign when it comes to, partnerships, or whoever may be trying to place that barrier on you, but there is advancement, okay? There is something coming in. And look at this. Looks like you may be moving on. You may be moving on through your situation, whether it's physically or mentally, but this wand energy is more showing physical. So you could be just trying to escape your job, going on a vacation, putting in your little notice somewhere, or even moving from one project to another. It's like, okay, I've kind of learned all that I had to learn in the situation. It's time for me to take what I've learned and apply it somewhere else. So you're definitely advancing, as we see with the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands here, and also the Ten of Wands. You're up for the challenge. You are definitely up for the challenge, Taurus. Look at this. 5 more wand energy. So there's definitely passion and enthusiasm to get you towards these next couple of weeks as we see. But look at this double confirmation, okay? We see 8, okay, look at this, 8 of swords, 8 of wands. Now we're looking at 8 of pentacles. All we're really missing now is 8 of cups, but stick to this, Taurus. Stick to this. Your efforts are going to get you far. So whatever it is that you are crafting or whatever it is that you are trying to build upon, you're trying to create this home for yourself. You're trying to create this stability. Okay, because the spider, it creates the web not only to, make itself a home, but also to bring the food to the table. It's trying to catch the flies, the money, the food, the fuel to keep it alive, to survive. So we see here, we are looking at the 8 energies advancing. So your techniques could be advancing here, and possibly why we see you moving on. Maybe you have learned all that you've had to on this journey, and you are moving on to bigger and better things, a bigger web, somewhere that is going to allow you to expand on your skills. And you are able to bring in more money because now you know how to create a bigger web. You know how to catch bigger fish somewhere else. Whereas here you may have been limited. You may have not had all the resources, but you've learned the tactics to carry on. Now we see the 5 of wands coming up here. So, you may have, there's a sense of conflict, but this conflict is coming up with your creative pursuits. So you may be conflicted with which opportunity to stick with, or which job to apply for, or possibly when we look at the energy that motivates you, you may be deciding, okay, should I stick with this craft, this idea, this passion, this job field, this journey? But as long as you have the overall general focus, what is the main focus for you, Taurus? In the first couple of weeks of July, it's showing that as long as you know what the general focus is, you can still bring in all of these other goals. Just make sure that your skill is strong enough, which it looks like it is when we see the 10 of wands. So you're very hardworking and you are going to get the job done, but bring all of those possibly together, or maybe bring them together to reevaluate what is important or what may need to be dropped. Possibly we could see you dropping all of this. This may not be working and you want to focus on a different niche, different group, different industry, something out of the norm, because these are like wand energies. Okay, we see a lot of wands and then we see the pentacle. So kind of shifting gears and moving on. So you may be moving on from this type of path that you've been on for some time, and you want to do something different, but still complement who you are as a person, your skills, your resume, your efforts. Now we see the 3 of cups with the 2 of swords. There is going to be a decision that you're going to be coming across in the next couple of weeks here in July, the beginning of July. But this choice, the cards are saying that using your intuition is going to be very important. Okay, listen to yourself here, Taurus. And let's take a look here. A great decision that you have made. Now, it may have been a little tough and a little bit, challenging, but it looks like you are going to experience weighing out some options or researching your options, kind of seeking feedback or opinions. And you don't want to make any mistakes that possibly were done in the past. So it looks like in July, you may choose a path that's going to align with you, what you want, how you think, the details that are required for your journey. Now, as we see here, look at this. Oh my gosh, Taurus, I can't look at this. Another 8. Now, this is double 8 of sword. So we see 8 of wands, 8 of pentacles, 8 of swords. All I was waiting for now is 8 of cups, but now this is double 8s. So some of you are really struggling with seeing seeing and believing that something is obtainable or achievable. The Hermit, seeing the light that it actually holds. The cards are saying that, the first couple of weeks in July here, Taurus, possibly retreating, focusing on your inner guidance may reveal that light that you have been seeking for. So there is some type of wisdom to be gained through this journey, through this process. But even though it may be a slow process, at least you're taking a step. So don't feel like you have to be paralyzed or stuck in this situation. Make those steps, even though they're small, they're still a step, right? With this Four of Pentacles. Yes, you have all the pentacles, but again, if there's no movement, even if it's a little movement, even if you crank the flow a little bit, it still gets you further than where you were at. So the butterfly, if the butterfly stays stuck forever in that cocoon state, it's never going to realize it was meant to be a butterfly. It was never going to flourish and fly high and fly on and, possibly meet with other people, connections. It would have never discovered what was on the other side if it didn't open up its wings. So it's time for you, Taurus, to open up your wings. Believe that you can do this. Believe that your path that you are trying to achieve is obtainable. And sometimes your thoughts, they can deceive you. So you have to really listen to your intuition, listen to what it is that really brings you to peace. What is it that you're really seeking? And let that fuel you, let that guide you, let that be the motivation for you to move forward. Now we see this resistance here again, like the blockage. So some of you are encountering some type of blockage in your path, in this goal. But take the step, okay? Take the step and work little by little. Just like the web. Although the spider may not complete the web in an hour or in a day, at least it does a little bit, and then it just compounds and it creates this great, beautiful web that creates a lot more. If the spider stopped and thought, I'm not catching any pentacles, well, it will. Even though you didn't catch one pentacle here, if you keep going, in the end, you're not going to only gain one, but you're going to gain 8. So the benefits are going to be a lot grander and greater in the end for you. So the first couple of weeks here, Taurus, you are challenged to push back anything that is not serving you anymore, overthinking something, or, staying in that stressed mindset, that fear mindset, letting that go and making that decision. Take that leap, make that choice, take that chance. And it looks like it's going to lead you to something a lot better for you to enjoy, especially right here. You may be deciding, okay, should I leave? Where should I leave? Where should I go? But the cards are saying there's going to be movement. Movement is going to be required for you. And you are going to come across this blockage, this feeling of confusion, as long as you believe in yourself. The tree, especially for the emperor, it does not look around and compare itself to the other landscape, to the trees. It just grows. Okay. It uses the resources that it has around it, and it just grows to the fullest that it is meant to be. Just like the king. The king does not compare himself to the king of cups, to the king of pentacles. It just believes in the king of wands, in his craft, his power, being the best that he can be in his role and in his journey. Everyone's on a different journey. Don't compare your path to someone else's, and don't feel like you have to be at the same level as someone else. Just like the story of the tortoise and the hare. You're trying to win a race, but possibly your way may get you a lot further. Keep at it, okay? Because it looks like there is going to be that light at the very end of your efforts. So I'm going to do your remaining July reading in the upcoming days here, Taurus. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe. But, the other side of the bridge is there for you. You just have to open up your wings and realize that you are a butterfly and take that movement, take flight, and fly on. So until then, Taurus, stay well and be blessed.